dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
All right, everybody, and welcome into the J-Raised Smoked Pork Dog Treats 100 here at the infamous new Smyrna Raceway. It is going to be blast. Only one more race until the finale here at Ritchie Smoking Barbecue, the Winter Heat Series, brought to you by All Pro Sim. It's going to be a good one here. Qualifying currently underway on this 0.4 mile racetrack. As we get the track pulled up here, Trent Smith currently has the fastest time. James Pulaski out there right now trying to get in a little bit faster time on his second lap. Scott Gardner in there as well. Mike Winters, Tristan Swanson down there at the bottom. It's going to be a good one, folks. Alex Papini won one of the races last week, and then we had a new winner coming in. So this is a big points battle. Alex Papini really it's really in his hands as far as where he wants to go with it. But so far, the points favoring Alex there. But new Smyrna Raceway, see these guys racing Long straightaway, sort of a paperclip. Those high banks going to really get these guys in trouble. We saw it all day during practice. Getting a little bit loose off the edge. It looks like the 56 just shuts out. Something else these guys have to worry about is going to be fuel. Make sure they can make it through that 75 or that 100 laps we're going to see later on down the road. But your qualifying results. See if we can get those up there. So this was in practice, and it kind of carried over. Trent Smith with an 18.5. That's something we can look to see here. Alex Papini, not too far back, just 0.03 of a second off. Kelsey Rogers, Hannah Riley, Corey Rogers. Remember that name from last week. Weston Ward, Tristan Swanson, James Pileski, Caleb Adrian, and Carter Nilsson in 10th. As the only driver out on track right now, Corey Rogers just completed his second lap. Brian Skrketsky looking to come across as well. So we see just where everybody's time is. Trent Smith 18.514 so far, the fastest lap on the track. Then take a look at the speed these guys are getting. 110, 111 miles an hour. Notice how the fast Jay Bingham right there, 114 miles an hour. Sometimes slow is fast, so you can get into these corners a little bit longer, a little bit quicker there. So we're going to go ahead and run into a commercial break while they are getting their drivers meeting out of the way. Stick around. All right, we are back here qualifying, almost done. We got about a minute 30 left here in this warm-up session. No drivers are going to be on track though. So I am going to just talk to you guys. Make sure, let me know in the chat if you're here, who you're rooting for. I know we got a lot of Alex Papini fans generally, and a couple of the Rogers. We had the Rogers family in the chat. Let us know where you're coming from. Get it going. Talk with the other fans in the stands and tell me who you think has a chance to win this thing as we go over a little bit of our results here so far. Well, we're not ready, but I can bring up the race center though. This is the J-Race Smoked Pork Dog Treats 100. Of course, brought to you by Ritchie's Smokin' Barbecue. Love that place. If you're in Machesney, Illinois, hit them up. Get yourself some good barbecue up there in Illinois. 0.48 mile speedway. See that paperclip? Very important to watch coming off these turns. We had that issue last week. I think we're going to be looking at it again, but the temperature is a little bit lower here. 78 degrees in New Smyrna Beach, wherever you would call it. A little bit if you're out there near Orlando area. 38 feet right there on the ocean, so no worries there. 76 degrees, 57% humidity, partly cloudy, and 2 miles per hour. So not really going to affect these cars. Not used to it. Not used to worrying about it. So let's see if we can see. Here we go. As we are going to start the last chance qualifying. Before we do that, I'll go ahead and go over the results of that race there. Trent Smith, Kelsey Rogers, Eric White, Hannah Rayleigh, Alex Papini, Travis Wilson, Weston Ward, Michael Ostick, Corey Rogers, and Connor Sutton going to be taking it straight to the feature, as well as Jared Appel, James Pileski, Scott Gardner, Jeremy Bingham, Caleb Adrian, Carter Nilsson, Brian Skrkeski, and J.D. Rudser. Brent Edmonds and Mike Winters make it the last two to make it to that feature race. As here we go, Mike Myers out on the playing field. Getting a couple laps in as they're going to get set to it. May have some issues going on here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We got her figured out there. Ed Papanow going to be starting on the start of the last chance qualifier. Mike Myers not too far to his inside. Kyle Shearer, DJ Smith, Ryan Latch, Todd Aldrich, Ryan Smith, and Steve Wright. Your top 8 right now. They're the ones who are going to transfer if it was to happen right this second. As the pace lights are off, they're going to get racing. Last chance qualifier. Only 8 drivers are going to make it into the feature. Excited to see who has the ability to do so. As the green flag is out, Mike Myers and Ed Papanow working on each other. The 80 of Mike Myers is going to use that outside to his advantage, go up in that high banking of New Smyrna, make the 13 work on the bottom line, and look at the huge run he's going to have off here. But Ed Papanow not going to let him go easy. Kyle Shear there in third. He's going to have to hold the inside and the outside to see who's going to take this. As the 80 gets the wall. Comes into Kyle Shear, not too far back, DJ Smith in that 08. As we do have wrecking in the backfield, the 3 is around the 100 involved. Looks like that may have started with Ryan Smith. Or Ryan Smith definitely involved. Let's see here. As looks like the 50 gets pushed around and just stuck in the middle with you. Let's see what the blimp saw on this replay. It's going to be the telltale. Who came up, who came down? That's generally what people like to ask. Oh, looks like the 10 just comes up a quarter of a lane and no room given there. So that's going to hurt Ryan Smith in this last chance qualifier. As we are back to racing already. And then that. So there's another incident happened there. It looked like Tall Aldrich went off lane. But for right now, they're going to stay single file because one lap did not pass since the last caution. So Ed Papanow has another great advantage. He's going to be starting once that pace car leaves the surface. He is good to go. As off goes Ed Papanow. Kyle Shear not finding him. Ryan Latch. Look at the transfer thought though. Jaden Dahlberg in that 36. He's going to be in the transfer spot. So he's got to hold off, maybe even gain a couple positions if he can, but you don't want to put yourself in a bad position here. Don't want to make it to where if something happens, you lose out on that ability. As we're going to see here, Ed Papanow still up front, but keep an eye on that 8th spot. Grayson Bennett, a name we haven't heard too much. He's here right now trying to figure it out. Tries to get up there. Oh, it's a 36. Jason Dahlkner is going to move Knutson a little bit. That's going to push the 36 and then put the 86 on the hot seat. Is he's got to keep Grayson Bennett out of that outside. Not going to do it. Inside, Grayson Bennett. Oh, as they're spinning around him, Michael Kirkner turned around. The 50 involved. Let's see what happened there with Michael. Watch that 56 machine. Oh, 33 just comes out hot, and then... Yep, there's the help. 56 gets helped around, and a little bit of everybody else in the magnet today. Ryan Smith, unfortunately, he's involved in another one. As Papanow, probably Papanow actually. Papanow, Kyle Shear, Ryan Latch. Then we have Mike Myers, DJ Smith, Steve Wright, Jaden Dahlberg, and Grayson Bennett. Those are your 8 that are going to transfer right now. If the race was to end right now, these guys would be going on through. Kevin Knutson right now sitting outside. He's going to have to find a way to get past the 09. And make it quick, because that is the transfer spot. If you want to make it to the money race, you're going to have to get past that 09. As he's on the top side, this is going to be something to watch. The top side we've seen has not really had a great advantage here, as Kyle Shear going to hug, lean on Ed Papanow, and there they go. Check up midfield. If anyone's going to make an opportunity here, look at the 86 going below the 61 and the 89. 3 wide, car in the wall, 4 wide, trying to escape the carnage. Now the caution's going to come out. Late caution. And then just a wreck fest along the back of it. Driver's not happy right now. as Tristan Swanson started about dead last year. He's going to have an ability. This was wild the whole time. This whole race led to this. And I'm going to try 15 laps left to go. Looks like it involves Steve Wright. We saw that 3 wide, and then the 36 gets in the wall, and then just because nobody checks up, they go into that turn 4 wide. That's not going to work out for the 61. Not going to work out too well for you. As lights are on, the pace car is still 14 laps left to go. So for our third caution of the night. So now, Todd Aldridge has found his way in the hot seat. That blue camo 118 is going to have to hold off the 36 of Brett McCoy, who's already tore up. And again, Steve Wright, who has a fast race car. He's been up there before. DJ Smith up there, second place at Ritchie Smoking Barbecue Paint Job. Looking gorgeous. So again, folks, let us know where you're commenting from and who you're watching. I know this is the last chance qualifier. We'll have the real thing up for you very shortly. Only 13 short laps, 18 seconds. Once these guys get rolling, it is a show for sure. As base lights on that Ford Mustang go off, Ed Papanow gonna go single file here. So he's gonna get the button. Let's go on board. Oh, the 36. What was going on with Jaden Dahlberg? Still wrecking. Fred McCoy going to come across the line in 8th. I don't know what happened with our buddy dead Jaden Dahlberg. So this is going to happen in front of these drivers. Jaden gets into the wall, and then, yep. That's a 2-for-1 special there. And of course, the other 36 is going to be involved. He has been in it all night. We got Julie Hendricks cheering from Alex Pini from Rockton, Illinois. Thank you for showing up here, Julia. Watching some racing. Hope you're enjoying some Ritchie Smoking Barbecue. They're in McChesney Park. You can check out their link. It is in our website. Appreciate that for coming on board there. Oh wait, DJ Smith trying to make something happen with the Ritchie Smoking Barbecue. You got the sponsor on the car. You got to make it worth it, as he is going to be worked on the inside by Tristan Smith, who started in 17th position, now climbing up to 2nd in that RKM blue, green, and white Chevrolet. Ed Papanow still up front with 6 laps to go. He's led every single lap of this thing so far. But the 100, Tristan Swanson wants to get in there. He's come up 15 spots so far to do it. We'll see if he can make a finish on the leader and get a practice run in for the feature. As the race is still happening, Ed Papanow, Tristan Swanson, DJ Smith, your top three. If we take a look in the back, Kevin Knutson in the 86 has no issues with the transfer spot. The next car back is Austin DeMoore, who's a couple laps down, just out there trying to pop some laps so that he can hopefully get in if something happens. Pass being made, 61 Steve Wright goes to the bottom, no issues. All 8 drivers on the lead lap, only 8 spots left. You do the math, we don't have to watch that battle. As Ed Papanow and Tristan Swanson, this is a battle I do want to watch. With 3 laps left to go, what are you going to do to try and win the feature heat, to get into the feature here? This is not for points, this is just for battling position. So we'll see, what is Tristan Swanson going to do if he comes to apply this pressure? There he is, works to the inside. As he's absolutely hammering it, white flag is out here. What are the drivers going to do? Last 2 turns, the 100 and the 13, trying to give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. Give it to Ed Papanow. Tristan Swanson runs him clean to the end. DJ Smith in third. Jaden Dahlberg coming up there to give friend a little love tap. Still love taps. Kevin Knutson and Steve Wright going to be the ones to make it there. So warm up is going to be concluded. Four and a half minutes are going to come out and get that track ready to go. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back in here to New Smyrna Speedway. I want to take a look at Ed Papinow's race car and what he's got going on here. One second. All right, so take a look at this 13 machine. Won the feature, but unfortunately he's rocking the last lap. The 2023 season of Rockford Speedway. This is going to be the final races. They're selling off land to developers. Yeah, you hate to see it, but that's what happens. My old track in my hometown here in Fayetteville, Thunder Valley Speedway, went the way of the dodo. But Rockford is going to rock it out this last season. Full season of racing there in Rockford, Illinois. And it is going to be a blast. One last time they are rocking around there. So get out there to the 2023 season. Go support your local tracks before they are gone, ladies and gentlemen, because it's just a matter of time. Unless we all get out there and do our part and go watch these races where they happen, as they happen. Because I tell you, folks, it sucks when it's your track, but, you know, let's go out there and help them out. As Jody Derry, the owner of the track, passed away in June 2022, so that's one of the reasons. But our thoughts go out to him, as well as Rockford Speedway. But I'm sure they're going to have some hell of a good shows going on there at Rockford. You can check them out. Just Rockford Speedway, I believe, is the website. See what race you want to go to. Take the kids out to the small track. Take the earplugs. Take the kids out. RockfordSpeedway.com. So as they're gridding up, again, I'd like to talk about Ritchie's Smokin' Barbecue. This place is absolutely amazing. It's hard to find good barbecue when you're heading up north, I say so from a southern perspective. But you stop over at Ritchie's Smokin' Barbecue there at 7828 North 2nd Street, Machesney Park. You're going to find some good barbecue. You can get it to go home. Like I said last week, Valentine's Day's coming out. They're coming up. It's not too late. Call them, say, hey, I need you to go and get me some barbecue. So folks, to go over the race rules here, this is the final race of the J-Rays Smoked Pork Dog Treats 100. This is the feature, so if you're here, you're watching the best. Connor Sutton going to start up front. Corey Rogers not too far behind him. Then we have Michael Ostick and Weston Ward. Travis Wilson. Let's go to the blimp. There we go. Get a little good picture of these cars here. What I'm going to be seeing here in the booth. Then we got Haley Riley and Eric White. Kelsey Rogers and Trent Smith going to be row 5. Row 6, Jared Appel and James Pileski. And we have Scott Gardner and Jeremy Bingham. Caleb Adrian and Carter Nilsson, row 8. Row 9, Kyler Skrketsky and JD Rutzer. Then we have Brent Edmonds and Mike Winters. Ed Papinow, Tristan Swanson, row 11. Row 12, DJ Smith and Jaden Dahlberg. Then we have Brayson Bennett and Mike Myers. Kevin Knudsen and Austin Diamore are going to round out in the back of the field. But we do have our winner. You'll already see him. Corey Rogers is going to be falling to the back. He won last week, the final twin. One of the Rogers, at least. As there we go. Brian Skrketsky's parked. Might be going to the bathroom there. Connor Sutton, Corey Rogers, Weston World, Mike Ostick, Travis Wilson, Alex Papini, Kelsey Rogers, and Eric White. Top 10. There we go. Green flag is out. Connor Sutton going to get the run. Corey Rogers on the outside. Not for long. In comes the 24, Michael Ostick. Inside run had a huge advantage. The green flag did come out, so no shenanigans. Just a slow start by the 17. Not watching the flagman. We're lined up, but not long. Alex Papini going to take it to the inside. A little bit of connection issue, but still working it. The 5 has the tires to hold it off for a minute. We're 4 wide. The 87's in the pits. Brent Edmonds gets pushed down pit road, turns it around. Yellow flag is out. Austin Amore, who was the lap car that was able to make it in. I don't know. That looks like it is tire damage. The front right tire there, most likely down. One of those cars is rubbing. One of those tires is rubbing, but he looks like he got it figured out. The tire rubbed its way out. Looks like the 3. He's done. That car missed the pit box. It's not sure what's going on with Austin Diamore here. He's taking it to the garage, it looks like. Let's see what happened with Austin Diamore there. It was a little bit afterwards. There we go. Looks like the 3. Oh, that was the 80 and the 89 with that one. So Connor Sutton, Michael Ostick there. Now your leaders. Let's just listen to the cars for a second. So it looks like somebody, Kevin Knutson, went for a ride on his lid there for a moment. We're going to go 1 to green next lap by, but again, if you are watching, appreciate you watching. Let me know where you're from. You're Julie Hendricks watching from Rockton, Illinois. Got a lot of Illinois folks there. As we are on lap 10 of 100 of the J-Ray Smoked Pork Dog Treats here at New Smyrna Speedway. As pace lights are off, they're going to be going green next time around. Make sure you hit that like button. Helps get these drivers out in front of some more viewers. Helps the sponsors get out. As Connor Sutton's going to have the button. There he goes. Good start with the 1 and the 2. Michael Lustig not getting too far left in the dirt here. As tires are going to start happening. And there goes Alex Pete down to the bottom again. Down inside the 31. Racing him hard, but the tires are still fresh, so that top line having a little bit easier job of making it stick enough on the run. As we see the 17 of Corey Rogers get a little bit bent out of shape. As caution in the back, looks like Mike Myers involved. Has a little bit of neck code, but a little bit of pinching going on. The 80, Mike Myers able to get it around and get going straight in the right direction, though. A lot of damage on the front run of that machine. Connor Sutton there in front. He's led the whole race, started in the pole after the 10 car invert. As we check in on our drivers that won the heat. Ed Papanow currently up to 19th from his starting position. And then Tristan Swanson. Another one. Tristan Swanson was fast. So if you want somebody to watch midfield up there in the ticker, keep the 100 of Tristan Swanson up there. This guy was quick in the heat, and now he's already up 6 positions, our biggest gainer of the race. Of course, Connor Sutton still up front. I know we have some Alex Papini fans who've been trying to try that bottom line out, but until these drivers have issues and the tires start wearing out, which they're not. Tires not having an opportunity to get worn down. They're getting a lot of heat cycles though, so that's something to think about. As we're going to be double file here. Connor Sutton with the button. Let's take a look at it from Alex's view. It's what Alex is going to see in the cockpit. Hear that contact, a little bit of bumping, a little bit of leaning on each other going on here up front. Caution's out. Oh, Jaden Dahlberg. Showing Caleb Adrian what he really thinks of him. They're the 29. 36 lets him know what he thinks about it. Dave Duncan says Dave and Kenny McChesney Park. Go Papini, another Papini fan. Car going on the outside, getting his laps back. That's gonna be Brian Skrkeski. So if we go to the last race results, Trent Smith finished first. Trent not here today, but DJ Smith is in the 08. Oh no, Trent is here. There he is in the 03 through the 3. Corey Rogers in second, Caleb Adrian in third. So Trent Smith trying to go back to front here. As we're going to be single file on this restart here on lap 222 of 100, trying to get some tire wear in the car, trying to get some issues going. As the checkup gets going, the 54 Connor Sutton, a little bit of a jack start, but that is allowed. Michael Ostick there behind him, Weston Ward, Travis Wilson, Corey Rogers, and Alex Papini, the fan favorite so far. As a battle forming behind him. It's most everybody staying single file. The idea here being, if you're faster than somebody, get underneath them, as they're running about the half the line up right now. As there we go, battle for second. Michael Ostick, Weston Ward. This is going to slow down everybody behind them. So more battles are going to come out of this as the 5 of Weston Ward looks to the inside of Michael Ostick, but nothing there right now. Too early in the racetrack. That groove has not been worn in. Just too much of a jump on the outside. The banking really helping these drivers out. On exit here at New Smyrna. As Michael Ostick just put down his fastest lap of the race. As they're working around the lap car, the number 3, 177 as well. Lap car's trying to stay out of everybody's way. That's Austin Diamore. Make sure that happens here. As everybody is single file, figuring each other out right now. And want some green flag laps, get these tires a little bit worn in so they can show a little bit more of the skill. Right now, your tires, your right front and your right rear, are working really hard to try and get a launch off of these turns. And that's going to wear out those tires. That's going to make you get a little more loosey-goosey as Connor Sutton is losing a bit of time. Michael Ostick got a faster lap than him last time around. He's going to have to wait for a mistake because he actually gets a run on the outside of the 54. Going to try and pinch him low on entry so that he can have the advantage on exit. As Connor Sutton holding off Michael Ostick door to door going into 1 and 2 here. As they get together, the 54 turned into the wall hard. Smoke coming from that vehicle. Connor Sutton led every lap of the race so far. As what happened there? CM24 is on the outside. Little bit of touch there. still good, and then slows him down just enough to get him into the wall. And then another issue happens on a little bit later. That was the 136 from Kelsey Rogers. So very unfortunate there for Connor Sutton. He was leading the race and got turned into the inside wall. There's smoke coming out of that car. That's going to blow up. He's got to come down and get service, or that car is going to blow up. That engine is going to be toast. As the 54 has to go to his pole position spot and have the crew come out and look at that thing. As I don't think he's going to be able to get out there in time. Hearing from the pits, he has a bunch of required repair. That NASCAR is not going to let that go back out on the track. Talking about smoking, you can always hit up Ritchie's Smoking Barbecue. Michael Ostick scored as your leader right now. Weston Ward to the outside. Corey Rogers, Travis Wilson, Alex Papini. Your top five. 1 to go signal is in the air. There we go. Now we have the 1 to go. Gonna go side by side. Yeah, just a friendly reminder. As we take a look at Ed Papanow, head out to your speedways. Go spend the money. That's $10 to go watch a race. You can't beat it, the entertainment. Get you a hot dog, get the kids a corn dog or something, and let her rip, Tater Chip. As Michael Ostick gets going here. Side-by-side action all the way behind him. As Corey Rogers in the 17 looks to try and come back and get his second place position he started with. Or more. As, he goes around. 17 goes around. 14 around. 93 around. Big issue. 28 finds himself on his lid. Huge issue there. Huge caution. Alex Papini gonna have to tow. That's a bad news for a lot of our fans in the stands. Let's take a look at it. It looks like Papini got into the 17, turned him around. The 93 goes around. And then just calamity from there in the back. Everybody trying to block, and then the 66. That's a crossboard on Alex Papini. As the scope of this one just increases as you go along. Does not get any better from there on out. Well, Michael Ostick going to stay up front. Weston Ward behind him. Travis Wilson. They are going to go single file this next time around. As the way the points are looking, we really have no issues. Alex Papini up front, 91-point lead on Jackson Lewis, who has not been able to make the last couple races. If he would have made this one, though, he would have had a huge point advantage, because Alex is all but out of this race right now. I'd like to thank our friends over at J. Ray's Beef Jerky as well. You can hit them up, get some awesome jerky delivered straight to your door, beat those prices that the stores, they add in there 10, 20, 30, 40, or if you add a gas station, 50% on those prices instead. Go straight to the manufacturer, J. Ray's Beef Jerky. You can also get some corporate stuff done if you want to go in there and you think, hey, I want to hand out something that's better than a pen. I don't want to hand out a stress ball with a world on it with some saying. No, get some jerky. Get some jerky. You can get your corporate logo on there, hand those out at the next event you're on. It is fun to be able to hand those out, I can say. And what are you going to remember more? Some pen you got from a trade show 30 years ago, or some awesome jerky you had given to you by your local company? They can do it for you. Head on over to the website. It's Michael Ostick still out front. Weston Ward, Travis Wilson, Tristan Swanson, who's up 18 positions, came from the last chance qualifier, now running in fourth. 44 laps down. Caution is out. Caution is out. Not sure who this one involved, guys. Maybe. I honestly don't know. Looks like Corey Rogers came out of the pit lane at the same about time. So we'll see if that caused any issues. Yep, looks like it. 3 wide here, trying to get around the slower car, and then the 17. The 17 and the 09 try and occupy the same space. But 2 molecules cannot enter the same space. Unfortunate end for a lot of drivers' nights, but so far, we're waiting for Alex Papini to try and come out of the pits. That car was on slid for a while. We'll keep you posted on who's in and who's out. As we take a look, we're going to come back through our lap cars. Kevin Knutson, Austin Diamore was able to make it out. Mike Winters, Jaden Dahlberg is gone. Mike Myers has left. Carter Nilsson is out of it. James Polinsky still getting some damage fixed. Alex Papini still trying to get some damage fixed. As your ticker is going to show a lot of drivers off track. As here we are, underway. Michael Ostick takes another one. Weston Ward, Travis Wilson, Tristan Swanson. There's a 31 and a 5 getting up there. Tristan Swanson has battled his way from the last chance qualifier to come here into the feature and make some upsets as he's riding that outside wall. Tires are going away though. The 136 going to come to the inside. The 3's on the inside. 136, Kelsey Rogers taking some advantage of some tire wear, working the inside line, forcing the 3 high, see if he's going to have it in this turn. As he uses up the 3, makes the pass happen, but now he's wearing his own stuff out. Tristan Swanson waiting in the wings up front. Mike Lostic, nothing to worry about. He's keeping the 5 of Weston Ward behind him for now. The turn starting to get a little more treacherous. You cannot hold the bottom, as the 81's going to find out here as the 150 136 slides between them. Got to give a little bit more room because of these cars coming up about the midway. They're not running this track straight. You got to figure that out when drivers are on your inside. As the 81, caution is out. Caution is out. Caution is out. Not sure what happened. Jeremy Bingham seems to have crashed. This is in the back. 17. The 09, the 66. '09 Brayson Bennett. Oh, his motor went out. His motor locked up. 66. And he was quick to get off the track. Hey, Jeremy Bingham, this one's for you. This bud's for you, getting off track there, not running in anybody else's race. That was a heads-up move as his motor shut out halfway through that. Let's go on to the cockpit and show you what I mean here. Is there anything you can do when this happens? As there it goes. The engine just shuts off for him. Locks up and locks those back tires up. So Mike Lostic gonna have another opportunity, another restart as we are on lap 57 of 100. Let's show you our point standings here. Alex Papini, 481. He's got a commanding lead over Jackson Lewis, but Kelsey Rogers is in the top 5. That 136 machine is clawed to get here. Went from the back, had a little bit of damage, has to come back up to the front in that pay-to-win setup. Kelsey finished 4th last week, so a little bit of momentum. Then Jeremy Bingham, not too far behind, with 348.2 points. Trent Smith, Jaden Dahlberg, Anthony Daunton, Tyler Shane, and Randy Sargent up there as well. We'll keep that up for a little bit longer. If you want to see your driver, shout them out. Be sure to hit that like button, folks. Get these drivers some more attention. It teaches the YouTube algorithm that somebody is watching and they are liking what they are seeing, so it's going to push it out into more people that usually don't get to see this stuff. So Mike Lostic waits for the pace car to clear just barely and gets a run. As the battle for second heating up, Travis Wilson, Weston Ward. Caution is out. Corey Rogers this time. Oh, that was the 86. The 86 and the 13. If I can. Kevin Knutson. Let's look. So battling for position. Oh, that was a send it. Around goes the 86. Single car incident. As Michael Ostick elects to come down pit road. I mean, you might as well. Take a look at everybody on the track that's not a lap down, and he was able to come in. Still come out in front of all these lap cars. As Kelsey Rogers is now in the lead. All those drivers out of it right now. Payne's not been able to make it back. Happen now. Jeremy Bingham now, the only one to come out. So Kelsey Rogers right now in a league of his own in the Ritchie Smoking Barbecue All-Pro Sim Winter Heat Series. Brought to you, of course, by Ritchie Smoking Barbecue and J. Ray's Jerky. As pace lights are off. Single file. Let's hear it in the chat, guys. Get that chat pumping. These drivers, it makes them go faster, trust me. As DJ Smith in the 08, another one who came from really far behind, he was last. He started this race in 23rd. As here we are, green flag is out. Kelsey Rogers is going to get going. DJ Smith, Brian Skrketsky. They're wrecking in the backstretch. There's some drivers are coming down pit road. Nope, they're wrecking. Driver is parked, but we're going to keep it rolling for right now. Kelsey Rogers and Brian Skrketsky. As Michael Ostick trying to wake his way back up, passes a couple drivers. Kelsey Rogers checked out. Brian Skrketsky, Michael Ostick, DJ Smith, and Trent Smith. Next battle for positions happening, pretty much the only battle for position on the track right now, Brian Skrketsky and Michael Ostick. Brian had to come from the last chance qualifier. No, he pointed in, but DJ Smith coming from the last chance qualifier, he gets a little bit loose, heads to the outside. As the race is on here between Skrketsky and Ostick. As Papini, slow, trying to come out of the pits and get some points. As Ostick working around. DJ Smith in the 08, next battle. He's got Tristan Swanson in front of him, but Brian Skrketsky just put down the fastest lap of the race. He says, boo you, tire wear. Making him go faster. And when these tires wear out, it gives these drivers a little bit more opportunity to sling this thing around. Help the angles as he's catching Kelsey Rogers. Get our view from the stands here. As that lane's moving up, you got to be aware if you're passing, if you're Michael Ostick, but then more if you're Brian Skurketsky, you got to give a little bit more room anytime someone's going to try and make a pass on the inside, because you know that car's going to wash up a little bit. We had the same issue last week. I believe it was Volusia, but I could be wrong. Could be thinking of a dirt track. But last week was the same thing. The way these turns are working, drivers, as we take a look up here at this one, drivers are entering low and then kind of arcing out about midway, as Alex Papini's still trying to put down laps. Slow car on the outside there. So you can't pass on the outside. You're not going to get in a good enough run. But if you go on that inside, you got to get up, be on your P's and Q's, and make sure you can make it stick. As lap traffic coming into play here, the 3 as well. He's taking the bottom line away. But that is what he's been doing all race. He's allowed to race that bottom line. He just has to be predictable because the lap car. As the top 3 unable to break away. Kelsey Rogers had about a 1-second gap, but has since lost it to Brian Skurketsky. Michael Ostick staying close as the 81 is sideways in these turns, still finding speed. Absolutely digging here on lap 77 of 100. As we're going to turn it up and go on for Brian Skurketsky. As more lap traffic hits, slows down Kelsey Rogers and Brian Skurketsky. Got to work your way around the lap cars. That's part of racing, especially at these semi-short tracks. They work to the inside. This is giving Trent Smith the opportunity to come up. Trent Smith going to challenge Michael Ostick for 3rd if he doesn't keep it going here with 18 laps to go. Oh, as the car goes high into the wall. As Brian Skurkowski goes around. Brian Skurkowski running in 4th, it seems like. Oh, and then blinks. That's what happened. We lost him. He blinked and then came in and crushed the wall. And then the love tap comes in. So 15 laps left to go. We got a shootout here, folks. Some drivers electing to come down pit road on lap 61 to get tires. That's going to change the trajectory of some of these race cars. The 136 came in lap 33 just for a penalty. So Michael Ostick, Trent Smith, Tristan Swanson, and Travis Wilson all have fresh tires. That's something that you know these drivers are going to be thinking about. As again, folks, keep on sharing your driver. Even if they're not in here, they do see it. Let us know where you're watching from. If you don't have a favorite driver, I've got one I could give to you. Tristan Swanson. We talked about him a lot tonight because he's one of the biggest movers of the race. But also DJ Smith is up there. He's got 17 positions from his starting position. Had to claw his way in from Alphabet Soup, the consolation race. If you want to cheer on somebody, Michael Ostick has run up front after his issue with the car that was leading there. Connor Sutton. But he's clawed his way back in it. Came down pit road on lap 61. Got some fresh tires, some fresh Goodyears to go around that thing. Take a look at the wear compared. Michael Ostick getting up there. No marbles like we saw last week. They're side by side. Getting lined up and sized up for the restart. 12 laps left to go. Handful of cars on the track. As they're touching, letting each other know how they feel about it. Off goes the 136. Good restart by Michael Ostick. Good restart behind him. Trent Smith and Tristan Swanson as well. As the tires are getting a little bit slower. See how it goes there at 3. Gets into a big save out of the 3. Big wiggle coming into turn number 3. Out of 4. They figured it out up front. Kelsey Rogers still in the lead. Michael Ostick right behind him. Travis Wilson, Trent Smith, Weston Ward battling. But Tristan Swanson's made it through. He's at 3rd. Still battling behind him. Trent Smith not wanting to let it go. Trying to get to the inside of Travis Wilson. Weston Ward wants to throw his hat in the ring, but he's waiting for the right opportunity as we have 9 laps. Only 18 more opportunities to pass here. As tire wear not bothering Kelsey Rogers at all. That pay to win 136 is looking fast. The 24, Michael Ostick behind him, not able to catch ground right now. Take a look at the lap times. Rogers and Ostick. The gap. Give Rogers the advantage. Every lap that goes by, he's getting an advantage. As Alex Papini crashes, I don't think he's going to get involved here. Coming to 5 to go. Michael Ostick has to know he's fallen back. But they're still battling for points here in 5th. Trent Smith, Travis Wilson, and Weston Ward. I'll keep an eye on that gap up front. With 4 laps to go, here are your drivers in the top 5. Kelsey Rogers has stepped it out. Michael Ostick trying to keep a whiff so he can make a move. I don't think he's going to have anything, but in the back we're battling the 3 and the 31. Battling for 4th. Give it to the 3 for now, but the run just too strong to overcome as they door. He doors at 31, gets him up into the wall. Travis Wilson's going to have something to say about that after the race as he still hasn't saved it. Now Trent Smith sets his sights on another victim. Tristan Swanson in the 100. With only 2 laps left to go, Kelsey Rogers about 3/4 of a second ahead of Michael Ostick, who's about a second ahead of Tristan Swanson. No Cinderella story tonight. Kelsey Rogers going to take it. One more lap around, barring the unfortunate. Michael Ostick not in a position to touch him. Tristan Swanson, Trent Smith, and Weston Ward, your final top 5. As here he comes, Kelsey Rogers going to take the checkered flag here at New Smyrna Speedway. Michael Ostick comes across the line in second. Race winner Kelsey Rogers taking the victory lap for the fans in the stands like you at home. Burning it down here for the fans. The Serpentine. Those the 6 chases him down. Not sure what was going on there. As Kelsey Rogers needed a win. As he parks it on the front stretch. Your race winner, that beautiful 136 of Kelsey Rogers. Pay to win setup, SimLab on there. We're going to wait for him in the pits. While we do that, we're going to go ahead and go over the results of our feature for you. Kelsey Rogers in first, Michael Ostick there in second, Tristan Swanson in third, Trent Smith finishes fourth with Weston Ward in fifth. Travis Wilson, DJ Smith, Brett Edmonds, Corey Rogers, and Scott Gardner finishing about 6 laps back there in the end. Eric White, Brian Skrkeski, Austin Demore. Austin Demore came back from some adversity to get some laps and get back up to 13. Brayson Bennett, Ed Beppinal, Alex Papini, Jeremy Bingham, and J.D. Rutzer finish in 18th position. Kevin Knutson, Hannah Rayleigh, James Pileski, and Jared Appel, Carter Nielsen, Mike Myers, Connor Sutton, Jaden Dahlberg, Mike Winters, and Caleb Adrian round us out. But I do believe we have our race winner. Give me one moment here. So I'm going to fix that. There we have our race winner in the booth. Kelsey Rogers, do you got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Kelsey, good run. We saw you running second there for a while and then not electing to come down pit road. Is that what helped you win this thing?
We pit earlier, I think around lap 30. Had some misfortune. I forget what happened. I got ARCA braked and got sent in the back. So we came down and took 2 tires and got our fuel then. The setup they gave us was a little short on fuel tonight. So figured better get that out of the way early, and it seemed to have paid off.
Absolutely. So on the restart, you got a little bit of a slow restart. Michael Ostick may have had a fast restart. That's what it was. But you were able to keep him in front of you. How were you able to make that inside line work on the restarts and use them to your advantage?
Yeah, it's kind of a game. He got lucky on that one and kind of rolled, and I didn't want to hit the brake in this field to play games up front like that. You're probably going to cause a big wreck. So I just had to keep him high so I could avoid the seam going into one, and it turned off, and I was gone.
Absolutely. Well, Kelsey, again, man, great run. Tell us who you got on the car, who gets it done for you there.
Yeah, pay-to-win-setups.com. If you guys are looking for a setups on the iRacing service, anything oval, dirt, or asphalt, head over there, pay-to-win-setups.com, and they'll get you taken care of.
Absolutely. Well, Kelsey, again, man, congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, man. Thank you.
So that's going to do it here for us. We don't have the other drivers in there in the Discord, but Michael Ostick, Tristan Swanson finishing out the top 3. As always, we appreciate you stopping in and watching the race with us, and we will be back next week for the championship race. You're going to want to be here only on Sim Racing Media, same place you found us tonight. We're going to be live on YouTube from here on out. Again, that next week is going to be at North Wilkesboro Speedway, the J. Ray Jerky Spicy Jerky Championship here at 150. 150 laps there, so it's going to be a blast there at the Wilkes. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you for sticking around, and as always, we'll talk to you next week.